Alright, what is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Patrick and this is Valor Aquaponics. So you'll actually have seen another video 2 days earlier, and then this was being posted on Thursday. And the reason being is because I haven't posted a video in forever, and I actually recorded the last video a week ago. I've just been really busy. So I wanted to make another video this week and upload it, but I didn't want you guys to wait till next week. So figured we just get things started. If I look a little disheveled right now, it's because I have been up since 9 a.m. here at the shop, and it is really hot here in Wisconsin. So it's been in the right around 90 degrees, 88, 90 degrees with a really high humidity. We've had thunderstorms. So our warehouse isn't air conditioned, so it's like super humid in there. So, and I would say 90% of our work is actually in there. So I just ate lunch, so I've actually stopped sweating temporarily. So I'm gonna just give you guys an update of what's going on. You'll actually see here, we've got a new couch. So this was actually ordered a month ago. It took this long to get it. So we have a new couch. This is actually our this is our showroom. We call it the showroom. It's our waiting area. We're still waiting for a couple items to finish off this room, and just we need to get some fish in the aquarium, but that's all stuff that's going to happen in the next week or two. It's not overly, I mean, we still have about a month, three to 4 weeks before we get our permit, so we're not overly worried about it. But the big stuff is actually in the warehouse. So I'm going to stop this intro and we're just going to get started. Alright, so quite a bit's happened here. So we have put up all of the racking. Once again, it's messy in here. It's because it's a working area. So we have all of this racking. It's 50 feet long. It's 9 feet wide. And what's going to happen, so there's 4 levels. So we're gonna have a grow bed on every level. So we'll have a total of 8 grow beds in this first row. We're gonna do this in phases. Mainly because of how expensive it is, and also because we think we can make improvements to the second model. Unfortunately, we don't have the time or the resources to be able to do it on the first one. So hopefully within the next 3 to 6 months we can start the second row on the other side of that pillar, and hopefully the design works. So you guys saw this in the other video. These are our 300-gallon tanks. We were actually supposed to get trout. We did get trout, and then my business partner proceeded to kill them off accidentally. He accidentally poisoned the bags that they came in. He put in medication, didn't. And this is a note to everybody that works with fish. Please check the dosage for medication. He put in about 50 times more medication than they needed. He was trying to do it as a precaution just in case they were sick. And he ended up poisoning the bags, and within 30 minutes they were all dead. So we're talking over $1,600 worth of fish gone in 30 minutes. So he felt really bad about it. He felt bad about it, like terrible, for about a week. He's getting better. I've already started razzing him a little bit about it. I can tell it still hurts him a little bit. So right now these are empty. These will still be empty. We're actually not getting our next batch of fish till the day after our common council meeting for our permit. Unfortunately, that's the earliest we can get more trout. So so these are just, so what we're doing is we're just cycling the water here. We've got ammonia in there. We've put in some bacteria. We've got some media in here. This was from Edward's tank at home, along with the sponges here. So those are already cultured. So we're just letting nature do its thing. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna take this water and put it over to the koi ponds, which I will show you in a minute. So this is empty right now, and I mean, you guys are gonna see. Actually, here, I'll show you guys what it looks like once we get a delivery in about 10 minutes. Bam! So here is our wood delivery. This is like 72 plywood sheets, 11 by 32, It's 160 2x4x8s, and then over here, I don't know how many this is, but it's a lot of 2x12x8s, and this is the remaining order that we got earlier. So I just dropped this off literally like 2 minutes ago, and then along with the rest of these. That's a little unstable, but that's fine. There's nothing behind it. So that's actually, you want to know how much this costs? $3,300. So that is going to make our grow beds for the first 8 grow beds. $3,300 just in wood. That's not including screws. That's not including any metal supports that we're putting in. That's not including PVC. That's not including the pond liner. And the reason why we're doing it with wood is because it's still far cheaper to build it out of wood than fiberglass. We do want to build, we actually have a design for a really cool fiberglass grow bed. We just need the resource to be able to build it in-house. So we're going to be working on that over the course of the next 6 months, and I will show that to you once it's built. But so what's going to happen is we're going to make 4 feet wide inside diameter by 50 feet long inside diameter grow beds, and the wood is actually just going to give it structure. So the 2x4s are actually for supports. The plywood is actually for the bottom of the grow bed, just to give it a flat surface. And we made sure that it was thick enough to withstand some of the weight. And then the 2x12s are actually the walls. So it'll be 12 inches wall with 2x4s on the bottom, and then as basically like, you know, like floor framing. And then these will be the bottoms. And then we actually put a pine liner over it, kind of like what we did with this grow bed over here. So that's essentially what we did, except for these we're gonna have to make a lot beefier because of the distance. It's 5 feet from this arm to this arm, so that's 5 feet. So we got to make it sturdy enough. So it's basically like what we're doing here. You know, all we did was staple in the pond liner. So that's the wood. So we'll keep going on the tour here. I hope you guys like that. So we've got some stuff over here. I'm running some Ethernet cable. We're actually gonna put up a camera right here. Okay, it's focusing on my finger. So pretty much right about that junction box, a little bit after it, right at the end there, we're gonna be putting in a camera, because our fish are actually, our big main pool is going right here. So we want to be able to look over the fish, make sure that nobody's doing stuff to it. So I mean, I should finish that probably by the end of the week. I lost my Cat 5 crimpers, so I have to wait for that to come in. This is our other ladder. I'm going to be putting that together today, which is the same as that ladder right there. This is some stuff that we picked up at auction. Bought a couple ovens. Actually, we bought all 3 ovens from Waukesha School District. We're gonna keep one here. And then we're gonna be selling these 2. So if you're interested, let me know. This thing weighs a ton, by the way. So we've been starting to get some wood orders in. This stuff right here is for the firewall that they're continuing to build. We have no idea when they're gonna finish. They were supposed to finish last week because we're waiting on the electrician to move the electrical panel out. And for whatever reason, the electrician never shows up. So we're really hoping that he shows up soon so we can clear all this. This is all their junk right here. This is our warehouse, but we can't use it. We can't use a lot of it because they leave their stuff here. So we've got PVC, ready to do a PVC run for our bed. And then we have galvanized pipe, but we're gonna show you what that's gonna be for pretty soon, actually. Probably in a couple weeks, I'll show you what that's for. It's gonna be kind of cool. This is actually for our 3-compartment sink, which is actually going right over there. And that's to disinfect everything. That's to, it's not just washing hands, but it's washing any utensils, things like that when we get ready for packaging the lettuce. We just wanna make sure that we're following all the guidelines for safety and, and just making sure that we're being clean and we're disinfecting stuff. So here's our pool liner. We've actually started using it. That's actually our main pool liner. That's actually going to be for our grow beds. Unfortunately, we can't use it until they move all their junk out of here. So hopefully in the next week. This row is actually for the koi ponds. So we just actually cut some today. So this is actually going to be for another one. So let me show you the koi pond once we get past all of this wood that we've been using off and on. So a lot of this wood we've been using for building the aquarium stand and doing some woodwork. And then this. So Edward and I actually built this in an hour and a half yesterday, and I finished it up today. It only took about another hour and a half to do. And Edward really wanted me to show you guys this. So I don't know how many of you use pond liners and such, but it's always a pain to do the corner. So a lot of people actually, they'll cut the corner and then they'll like seam tape it, or they'll use adhesive. What I decided to do was harness my military background, and y'all veterans are gonna like this. Is I actually used hospital corners. Yes, I did. So I did hospital corners in the corners. So the only cut that I had to make was right here. So there are no cuts. This is all one seamless pond liner. So this is 45 mil. It's super thick. It's the Firestone brand. It is fish and plant safe. Right now we've got just a little bit of water because we were actually testing out the bulkhead fitting that we put in right there. So that's a brand new bulkhead fitting. That's a 1-inch bulkhead fitting, and we just wanted to make sure that all the connections right there. I know that where it's cemented is fine. It's everything else below it. I just wanted to make sure that that's not leaking, which it's not. So it hasn't leaked a bit. I put the cardboard down there so it's easier to see. So, but hospital corners. So this is about 90, I would say about 90% done. I'm gonna actually put some wood trim on top of this. So I'm gonna put wood trim right on the top of this rail, and I'm gonna cut this back. It's gonna look really nice. So this is all gonna get cut. It's gonna make it look nice. And this is actually going to be for our tomatoes. We're actually growing tomatoes. The reason why we're doing tomatoes right off the bat is because they take a long time to grow. So underneath here, we're actually going to have a koi pond. It's gonna be 270 gallons. It has taken 6 weeks for us to get it. It's coming on Monday. So we're actually going to be transferring the water from there to here. And then by then, I'll actually have the sump. So we're gonna have a sump system right here. So we'll have a sump using a rubber or a plastic tote. So unfortunately, plastic's cheap and it's easy to use, and we don't have any plans to get rid of it. So we try to limit our waste here. So we try to be able to reuse everything. So we're putting a 55-gallon tote, plastic tote here, and then right next to it, basically snugged up right next to it, is going to be the pool. It's going to come out to actually about here. So it's going to come out about 3.5 feet. And it's going to be plumbed up where the water, so we're going to pump the water from the pond into the sump where it's going to separate the solids. We're going to have bacteria in there to help break down the ammonia from nitrite to nitrates. And then we're going to pump it up right here. Then we're going to pump it in here. And then I have to trim that overfill down just a little bit, about 3/4 of an inch. And then the water will actually overflow down. It'll go directly into the tank, and it'll help actually aerate the tank a little bit more. We're going to actually have a pretty big aerator in here. It's going to be sharing one of the Aquascape Pro Air 60 compressors. We're actually using those in those tanks right now. It's actually super quiet. You'll see them in my last video. It is super quiet. You can't even hear it from here. I can't hear those compressors at all, and they're pumping out up to, it can supply air for up to 15,000 gallons, and this is not 15,000 gallons. So that's why they're gonna share 2 grow beds. We're actually going to be putting another grow bed here probably in a month. We're gonna build another one, same size, same design, going that way. And we'll put another koi pond here. so we can grow more tomatoes. And basically we're just going to, every month we're going to build another koi pond, so that over the course of the next 5-6 months, we'll be growing more tomatoes from here on out. We actually have a walkway back here, and it's because we're not going to be able to access the front. We're going to actually have a trellis system that's kind of look like a pergola almost up over here, and it's going to have trellises coming down. It's going to have a couple grow lights just to help with some of the lights here, because we are going to because we're not getting a lot of sunlight coming through here. So Edward wants to put in some glass to reflect into the tomatoes, which I'm okay with. We will also have some grow lights. So over the course of the next 2 to 3 weeks, this is going to get fully finished, and I would really like to finish this next week, by the end of next week, and I can do that when Edward's not here, because when Edward's here, we're going to be working on the grow beds, because that's going to be really time consuming. It's going to be a lot of work. And then when I'm here by myself, I can finish this. So I'm hopefully gonna finish this next week. And yeah, so lots going on, a lot of stuff going on. It has been a whirlwind for us. We're gonna go back in here. The aquarium, which I just cleaned because I left the lights on for a couple days, and we started getting some algae. So yeah, it's been fun. Lots going on. It's been extremely fun. Bear with me while I put the tripod back down here. So yeah, I mean, lots going on. We haven't shown you some of the stuff is because a lot of it's boring, and also it's very time consuming. Putting up those, the racking took like 2-3 days. And we just don't have enough. I mean, that's just a lot of footage. That's, even if I did it as a fast forward, you know, it would still be like 20 minutes long, because it's over the course of 3 days. So we didn't want to show you guys that. It's really boring. It's really terrible. I never want to do that again. So, but what we will probably do is when we make the next grow bed, I will probably tape that while I'm working in the background. I did it because I had the fan going and stuff like that, and just wanted to get stuff done. So I have a delivery coming any minute from Home Depot. We've got all of our lumber coming in. I do have to make another Home Depot run. Unfortunately, I've lived at Home Depot for the last week. I've been there every day. The other day I was there 3 times in one day. They just kind of look at me funny every time I come in there, because I think at first they thought I was stealing stuff, and then they realize I'm just there buying a lot of stuff. So they can't really complain. We've spent thousands of dollars there. So this week we're ordering the foam rafts. We're getting those custom made. We were going to make them ourselves, and then we realized the cost of the foam is the same as getting them custom made, so it makes no sense for us to buy foam and then drill holes in them when I can just get them with the holes made for the same price. So we're actually going to get that done locally. So we're going to go with a foam company right here out of Waukesha, Wisconsin, and they're going to make those for us. It's going to take about 2 weeks. We're going to start off with 250 rafts. I would tell you how much they cost, but it hurts just to talk about it. So we're just going to leave it at that. A little trauma going on here. So we also placed another aquascape order. Some of it's for us, about half of it's for us to use, half of it's for us to sell on our website. I don't know if you guys know this, but we do have a product store on our website. We are official aquascape retailers. If you don't know about Aquascape, Aquascape is one of the premier pond building companies. So they can build any size pond in your yard or at your business. You should see their videos on YouTube where they built a massive, I believe it's 100,000 square foot koi pond in front of their corporate office down in Illinois. So it's Edward and I actually watched those videos for a couple hours, really got to see a lot of great things, kind of things that we want to do in the future, being that we are representatives of Aquascape up here in Wisconsin. So right now we predominantly just deal with selling the products and using the products. We don't build ponds as of right now. The ponds the koi ponds that we're going to be using are pre-formed. They're not by Aquascape. They're actually by another company. We did not get any deals. They actually have never returned an email, and I've sent them like half a dozen emails. So that's why I'm not going to talk about their brand. I'm not. Now, once again, I'm talking about Aquascape, but they're not paying us for anything. We are official retailers, so we're just basically promoting ourselves. So we do have some products listed on our website, which is valoraquaponics.com. It's right here. And there are some products that we do sell that we do have in stock right now. There are some products that I will be posting up once we get the next order in, which is actually a larger order than our first order. And then we have and then we use another company as well, Universal Pond Supply. We are a distributor for Universal Pond Supply. We have actually just also became a retailer for JBJ. They make chillers, water temperature chillers for aquariums. So we're going to be representing them as well. So because we need to chill our water. So lots going on. It's really exciting. My head hurts a lot because it's so much to do in so little time. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you guys want to stay up to date, please visit our website. Please visit our Facebook page. Please visit our Instagram page. I'm trying to get better at posting on Facebook and our Instagram. Our Instagram is actually linked right into our website. So if you got, and then also, I will be trying to do a video every month or every week, not every month. I'm going to try to do a video every week, whether it's short or long. It might be longer just because we have so much work and we're doing so much, and I got to try to pack it into one video. I don't have the time between working full-time and being here almost full-time to be able to make multiple videos a week. So I hope you guys understand that. I hope you guys are doing well. I hope you guys are staying safe. I hope you guys are staying healthy. And just remember, be the change that you wish to see in the world, and we'll see you guys next time.